Hello, this is 101 Clues to a Happy Life. I am Alex Becker, I'm your host, and today we're on to clue number 17 on error correction and de-escalation. And that is a really vital one. In fact, I would say it's really two rolled into one. When I was growing up, maybe 16 or so, my good friend Maxi broke up with a girlfriend, a beautiful girl named Denise, because of miscommunication, just a misunderstanding between the two. And I sort of myself that that would never happen to me. When computers communicate with each other, we have incorporated error correction into the protocols. We know it's so essential and so common for errors to creep in that we ensure we have a whole set of protocols to correct those errors that creep in. And yet humans typically do not do the same. We tend to assume that we understand the meaning of what was said to us. We tend to assume that the other person understands or understood what we told them. And a lot of the time, that's not the case. Language has a lot of ambiguity built in. And so it is essential to double check whether comprehensions should be correct, particularly when one of the two ends of the communication understands something that seems offensive. Uh, Particularly, the other side is not known to want to offend the other person. And so that is the first piece of it is check and double check your communications for errors, whether you're on the sending or receiving end. The second piece, and this is a separate skill in and of itself, but essential for conflict resolution and avoidance, is de-escalation. There tends to be two kinds of people in the world. Those who escalate conflict, and conflict can very quickly feed upon itself because one person gets hurt and says something hurtful and gets worse and worse and escalates. And those can positive feedback loop and cycle out of control very quickly. Conversely, there are people who de-escalate conflict, and those dampen that conflict very quickly and bring it back to nothing. And an essential tool for this, or a very useful tool for this, is humor. So use humor whenever possible. Humor is actually, and maybe I'll speak about this some other time, I've written an article about this. I believe humor was created as a friend versus foe mechanism to alert those around that a particular playful interaction is playful and not an actual interaction to be scared of, not a hurtful one. And so we have very deeply ingrained in our biology a way to react positively to humor because it is precisely meant to disarm our defenses and tell us this is friendly, this is not intended to harm. It's the kind of thing that evolved from laughter and laughter when a cub was playing with an adult practicing his skills, and the adult wanted to send the signal that this was play. So humor is a very useful tool for that. And the last tip related to this is don't say hurtful things while you are hurt. You are a master of your silences. You're a slave to your words. And so make sure you save your words for a time when you're not in an emotional state of hurt. That's all I have for today on de-escalation and error correction. And I hope you share that with somebody who could use those words. I will see you tomorrow for clue number 18 of 101 Clues to a Happy Life, available on 2/02/2022. See you then.